Thank you, dear Dr. Camelia. That was a timely and thoughtful reflection on the future of assessment in the AI era. I'd like to shift the focus from pedagogy in the classroom to the broader institutional structures that either enable or hinder meaningful innovation with AI in higher education. First, let's clarify this. AI is not just a teaching tool, it's a systemic force. And the way institutions respond to it will determine whether it becomes a force for positive transformation or a source of fragmentation and inequality. Let's start with faculty. Many of us are already encountering AI in our daily work, whether it's through students submitting AI-assisted assignments or encountering AI-based features in some LMS platforms. But here's the reality. While some faculty are experimenting enthusiastically, others feel overwhelmed or uncertain. For some, there's excitement. For others, there's anxiety or even resistance. This mix of emotions is completely natural, and we must respond with support, not pressure. At many universities, many faculty surveys were conducted last year, and what we hear from most of the surveys loud and clear is this. We're not opposed to AI, we just don't know where to start. In response, most of the times, three-part support model is established. The first one is entry-level training for AI-curious educators, focusing on basic tools and ethical concerns. The second one is mid-level learning labs, where faculty co-create AI-supported lesson plans across disciplines. The third one is advanced innovation fellowships, which give faculty time and funding to explore AI-based research and teaching applications. What's critical is that none of this is mandatory. I do firmly believe that what is normal is to treat faculty members as co-designers, not adopters of top-down tech rollouts. It is obvious that when educators feel respected and empowered, they become much more willing to engage, experiment, and share. At BSBI, for example, we organize regular events with the AI topic, sometimes formal, sometimes informal drop-in sessions where faculty share their thoughts. This has built a genuine sense of community around AI, replacing fear with curiosity. But faculty development alone is not enough. We also need clear, adaptable policies. Not static rules written in isolation, but living frameworks that can evolve with the pace of technology. These should cover academic integrity, data privacy, AI usage disclosure, and expectations for both students and staff. And here's the key. These policies must be co-created with students, faculty, administrators, and even IT and legal experts. Some universities in Europe, for instance, brought together working groups from all areas of the university to draft a campus-wide AI policy. That policy is revisited every semester. It's not just a document, it's a dialogue. A successful institutional response to AI also depends on governance. That means building dedicated teams or task forces to lead strategic planning, coordinate implementation, and provide oversight. These groups should be cross-functional. Teaching and learning experts, student representatives, accessibility specialists, librarians, technologists, data scientists, and crucially, faculty from the ground. Because here's the truth, AI doesn't just affect one department or discipline. It reshapes curriculum design, assessment methods, content delivery, student support, and even how we define academic labor. It's too complex and too consequential to be managed in an isolated environment. Let's talk now about infrastructure. Many institutions underestimate the technical lift required to support AI in education. Do we have secure systems for data handling? Can our LMS support adaptive learning paths? Do we have tools that comply with accessibility laws and privacy protections? But beyond tools and licenses, we also need to address access. Are all students, regardless of their background, device quality, or connectivity, able to meaningfully engage with AI tools? If we're assigning work that involves generative AI, are we providing equitable access? At some institution, partnerships have already been established with library services to create AI access hubs, dedicated spaces where students can use tools like ChatGPT with guidance from trained staff. These hubs are especially important for first-generation students and others unfamiliar with academic technology. Another exciting initiative might be Student AI Advisory Board. This is a suggestion for a rotating group of undergraduates and postgraduates from across disciplines who consult with leadership on emerging tools, flag risks, and co-design usage guidelines. Their perspectives have been invaluable. They're not just users, they're stakeholders. and their insights often bridge the gap between tech hype and lived experience. Now, I'd like to briefly address the issue of ethical leadership. Higher education has a unique opportunity, not just to react to AI, but to help shape its societal trajectory. We can model responsible use, invest in open source alternatives, and engage in public discourse about the role of technology in democracy, equity, and the future of work. That's why it's so important that institutions don't see AI as a tech issue. It's a people issue, a values issue, a leadership issue. So to wrap up, institutional readiness isn't just about technology. It's about mindset, culture, and shared commitment. It's about creating ecosystems where educators feel safe to explore, where students feel included and informed, and where decisions are grounded in values as well as evidence. As AI continues to evolve, we must evolve with it, but on our terms. As collaborators, as thinkers, as educators committed to equity, excellence, and the transformative power of learning. Thank you very much for listening. Now we are going to listen to Professor Kouveliotis for the final part of our video lesson.